Okay, so hi, I'm Jonathan Cox. I've been a Beachbody coach for 2 years. Allow me to present my credentials here. This is my bachelor's in fitness, and this is my master's in fitness. No, but in all seriousness, I started my Beachbody journey 2 years ago as a customer. I lost 50 pounds. I've won $1,000 since then in a monthly challenge for Beachbody, and I've been off and running ever since. So I started my journey because I wanted to be healthy for my family, and now most of them have joined me, and several are even on this call. Jessica, my mom, my dad. So I'd like to let my fellow coaches introduce themselves to you and tell you a little bit about their history, and then we'll go over the purpose of this group and over some basic nutrition best practices and so on. So guys, why don't you take it away? Hey, Kendall, how's it going, man? Welcome.
Pretty.
Good to see you. Yep, I can see you.
I think I lost the video, though.
Hey, Kendall.
Hey, we can see you. But we just started, man, so good timing. So all the other coaches are going to start introducing themselves. And Scott, why don't you start, man?
All right. So back in July 2012, I first came across P90X with my brother-in-law, introduced it to me. And I just tried it out. I had been going to the gym for a long time and didn't really know what I was doing. And without going into too much more, I finished around at P90X, played it around a little bit with P90X2, and then a program called Body Beast came out. So Body Beast was awesome. And I put on, for my goals, I put on 20 pounds of muscle with that. And I've been coaching ever since. And right now I got a fairly large group called Team Fit One. And a lot of us are enjoying the challenge groups, and I think you're going to get a lot out of this. And I'm going to be here really to help you along with nutrition. You probably saw a post about that. I just got back from Atlanta. My full-time job is I'm a dentist, and so I was over in Atlanta all weekend for training for that. But I'll be here along the ride for you guys. And PiYo is my wife's new favorite program. A lot. So feel free to jump in next, Rick.
Right. My name is Rick Kumamoto. I actually started P90X back at the end of 2011. Had the program for like 8 months. Sat there right by the TV for those 8 months. And it wasn't till I had to go out and start buying size 40 pants that was the tipping point. Basically, I thought, I'm not going to do that. And I've got these DVDs, so I'm going to try it. So that's when I started. I managed to take off about 20 pounds that first round, and then I just kept going. Did another round of that, then went into P90X2, X3, and now I'm doing Body Beast. Total, I've lost about 50 pounds, and then I gained about 10 pounds of muscle. So I'm pretty happy. Not where I want to be, but it's I'm a work in progress. I started coaching really at the beginning of this year. I had just retired from Raytheon, and it was kind of a little bit of forced out in a certain respect because the pension plan was. So I decided I better take my money while it's there, and I just started coaching. So I just want to thank everyone. I'm going to be here pretty much if you guys have any questions on form or you've got some kind of injuries and you're looking at modifications. I am also a P90X trainer. I went through that certification, so I'm going to be helping you out with my questions on that.
Rick, I feel like I'm playing Pong with your head. Good job, Rick.
I don't show up on my screen.
That was good.
Okay, so Steven, are you there? Steven, can you hear me?
Let's go to mullet, Matt.
Bueller.
Bueller, yeah. So Matt, why don't you go next, man?
All right, I'm Matt. I'm the one up here in the black screen that nobody can see. Sorry, I don't know why my video is not working. I'm probably going to have to shut the computer down or restart or something. Anyways, lucky you guys, you don't get to see me. You can't see my bachelor's or master's in fitness either. Anyways, I started Beachbody back in 2008. A little bit before that, in 2005, I was getting married that summer. So around January timeframe, I started working out real heavy, and I got down to like 195 pounds whenever I got married. Fast forward 3 years to 2008. I graduated college, and I weighed 250 pounds. I had gained a bunch of weight. Me and my wife, all we did was eat out and stuff like that. We'd polish off a dozen donuts before we got back home. So I said, this is enough. I'm really, really out of shape. So I saw a P90X infomercial and decided to buy it. And I went through it. I got to like day 75 and I quit. I had lost like 27 pounds or 17 pounds. I can't remember. It was something. I lost a good bit of weight, but I still looked the exact same pretty much. So I just kind of quit. And I roller coastered for a couple of years, went up and down, never made it back to my heaviest until I started thinking about doing P90X again. And I found my coach, Coach Wayne, and got on board with him and his group and did that. Completed the 90 days and lost a good bit of weight. So I actually followed the nutrition that time. Then yo-yoed again a couple more times. Thought I could do it all on my own at the gym, and that failed miserably. So this past January, I started back. I did P90X3, and I decided to become a coach as well. And I got on Shakeology because I said I'm going all in, and I'm tired of going back up and down. I had gotten back up to 202, which was still bigger than I wanted to be. And I lost about 25 pounds with P90X3, and I've been down ever since. Now I'm doing Body Beast, and I'm through with the yo-yo finally. And I'm going to stick it out with the nutrition. It's mainly nutrition, guys. That's my first round I didn't do the nutrition, and you could tell. I didn't look like I was going to be on any infomercial that you saw in there. But I can say now, with my results from P90X3, that I could definitely see myself being on an infomercial. Cool. I didn't get as ripped as Steven did, but or as beastly as Scott. But you know what? We all have different body types, so
that's true.
Don't worry about trying to make yourself look like somebody else. You can always have goals, but you're going to end up looking like a better you. So don't fret on all that.
Good point,
Steven. I see your lips moving, but I don't hear anything still.
Oh, well.
But anyways, that's me. So
I'd like to also introduce Jessica, who is a female coach in the group, and my awesome wife, who's been journeying with me the past 2 years through all these programs. So Jess, why don't you tell us a little bit about your history and your goals?
Well, just really quickly, I met this really hot guy who was working out and getting his bachelor's and master's degree, and I decided to take that journey with him. And it's been a lot of fun. We started with P90X and did X2 and Insanity and Beast and X3. And one of the things that I'm really looking forward to with PiYo is, we got really good results from those programs, got toned, dropped some body fat, dropped some hand sizes, really happy about that. And with PiYo, it's been a really good match with the other things because it's kind of focused on getting that flexibility and the yoga energy and just kind of relaxing all those super tense, super worked muscles. And so that's been a really fantastic deal. It's also a good place to start. So all of you guys who are in here are thinking, can I do this? Yes, this is a fantastic place to start. And I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of what those journeys and what those transitions look like. So that's all.
Awesome. Thank you. And Steven, are you with us now? Can we hear you? No, I don't think so.
Jonathan, can you hear me?
Hey!
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? We can hear
Barely,
you.
Steven.
Yeah, I think he's lagging. So
I'm gonna see if I can call him.
Love the face that he's making on the screen, though.
We'll put a little stick figure guy up for him.
okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and proceed. Stephen, you can trust us that Stephen is an awesome guy.
Yeah.
And, wait. He's cutting in and out. So Stephen's awesome. He's a coach. He's really fit. He's super ripped. You should listen to everything he says. So the purpose of this call is just to introduce ourselves, just to outline everyone on the flow of this challenge group, and to go over some basic nutrition best practices and answer questions you have about any of that stuff. So real quickly, PiYo is a 60-day program. So we're going to be going from now until late September for the full 60 days. And for those of you who already have your programs, this should be day one for you. And for those of you who do not yet have your programs, no problem. Just set today as day one. And when you get your program, just start with everybody else. Am I center screen for everybody? Or Scott is?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
You're good.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to go over setting up the calendar for those of you who have not yet set up your calendar or seen it in the Wowie Gym. And before we go into anything else, I just want to open it up for questions. Does anyone have any questions or comments about the program thus far? You can either chat it to us in this group, or if you have a microphone, you can speak it.
We actually have a question from Manny, and that is, the workout schedule has Friday as a rest day. Can I choose a different rest day? Which is a good question.
So I'll kind of go into this a little bit. You know, the point of the rest days are mainly they're going to split up different body parts so that you're not overworking the same lower body, upper body right next to each other. But a lot of times with this program in particular, you know, I think every day is rest day on Friday. Is that correct? As far as y'all know? But so what that means is a lot of people like to take their rest day on Sunday, family day, church day.
Right.
You know, I can see that being completely understandable, but you may want to run it, you know, make sure that you really plan out your calendar, which Jonathan's going to get into, so that you're at least staying consistent and getting all the workouts in those 30 days. Because one random rest day can turn into a rest group of days.
Yeah, rest streak, which you want to avoid. And anyone else want to weigh in on that one?
I would say, yeah, I agree with Scott on all of that. And occasionally I have had to switch rest days in whatever program that I'm doing, just because, you know, life happens. Sometimes I have volunteerism that goes on in the evenings. So usually what I'll do is if I take a rest day, I'll just work out the following day. And that works out well for me.
So I'll go into something real quick about that. And, you know, everybody's different as far as, you know, when I first started P90X, it was when I was by myself. It was a year that I was waiting for my wife to get back from school. And I just had, you know, I could come home, I could eat, and I could work out. But oftentimes you're going to find that the best time to work out is whatever time you can consistently do it. And I think for Jonathan and his wife, that's right when they get done with work every day.
Yep.
Is that correct? You know, and for me, I have to get it done at 5 in the morning or it ain't happening. And that's just something I finally learned, because I would get past, you know, the whole point of this group is we're doing 30 days of PiYo, because oftentimes people can stay with 30 days. So we're trying to get you to those 30 days. It's the most important. And every time I see this with people, you got to get there. And so I'm just trying to teach you, if you can get that workout plan, make an appointment for yourself every day to a fitter you're going to succeed. And so, again, just tying into that rest day, make sure you plan, you know, on Sunday, if you're planning out your food, plan out your workouts.
That actually goes well into another question we have. Someone who, May, again, is training for a half marathon, which has a pretty good schedule of training in there. Do you have any special concerns? Does anyone want to talk about in terms of being aware of adding PiYo to a running training regime?
Hey guys, real quick, I will be right back.
Okay,
I'm going to leave the meeting. I'll be right back.
All right.
I have to say with that, yeah, you do have to be careful again, like Scott said about planning that. If you are training for a marathon, definitely you probably don't want to do the PiYo leg workout the day before. So again, it's taking a look forward in advance in terms of what you're trying to do. And if you got outside activities like that, planning ahead.
I agree, Rick. And another add-on to that from the nutrition aspect is you're going to be burning, with these programs, with PiYo, you're probably burning about 300 calories. Hey, Matt, nice shirt, man.
Thanks.
So with PiYo, you're going to be burning probably 200 to 400 calories a workout, depending on the workout. Now, sweat, you'll probably bring it to a whole nother level. Even the lower body's pretty good about that. But what you want to make sure is you just compensate. And if you want, I can talk to you individually about that. But you're going to, if you're planning for a half marathon, obviously you're going to be probably carb loading a little bit higher, taking in a little bit more carbohydrates depending on your goals. So that on those days you're going to need to eat an extra, whatever you're burning, because you don't want to get your calories so low that your body's just in not starvation mode, but just tired and not recovering from the PiYo workouts or the cardio. I trained for a Tough Mudder during my second round of Body Beast, and I just made sure that I ran about an extra 6 miles on the weekend, which is hard with Body Beast, and I just made sure that I did had about an extra 600 calories on those days. So I'll go into that a little bit more with you, but yeah, you can put it in there. PiYo is a great program to do that with. The flexibility and probably the injury protection you're going to get from this program. Good choice.
That actually works well with another question we got, which is, what do you recommend eating before and after workouts?
Okay, so basically, there's a guy that I follow, and I'm pretty sure Steven's read a good bit about it with me. There's a guy named Jim Stepani. He's got a doctorate in nutrition, particularly with fitness, Yale. And he's a great guy to kind of look up on the internet. There's a lot of different information out there. But depending on what part of the day you're working out, you're essentially going to, before you work out, you're going to want to get in some carbohydrates about 30 minutes to an hour before, depending on your particular body type. Most people, like myself, when I wake up really early, I can't put in a lot of food, so I typically will drink just a whey protein shake, maybe eat a banana, just get some simple carbs in within the form of fruit. So fruit's good, cantaloupe's real good, melon, anything like that. If you're working out later in the day, try to get in some carbohydrates also, but maybe in the form of a whole food like oatmeal about an hour before. And then what you want to do, and it's pretty typical, you're going to want to just drink like a whey protein shake. A lot of us just drink Shakeology and add a little whey protein isolate about 30 minutes after. Also some simple sugars, even like pixie sticks, gummy bears. I know that sounds crazy, but it's where it's at. You can also take in, if you want to buy a simple dextrose or anything like very, very simple carbohydrates, they sell them at supplemental stores. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed with that kind of stuff. The basic stuff you want to do is a good carbohydrate protein before to get some amino acids in you and get some energy for the workout. Nothing that's going to make your stomach upset. And then a whey protein after, and then about an hour after your workout, a good dinner or a good breakfast or a good lunch whenever you're working out.
Yeah, and I will say that one of the things that I do about an hour and a half before my workouts, sometimes 2 hours, is I'll eat some oatmeal with a scoop of whey protein isolate in it, and I put a few almonds on top. And that gives me some really great energy during my workout. It's all very clean. It's a whole food, as Scott was saying. So anyway, and it tastes like a no-bake cookie, which is awesome because I love chocolate and I love oats, and it's the best of both worlds.
Oh, and for the record,
awesome.
don't eat the entire bag of gummy bears. only like what 4 or 5 probably, Scott. Just a couple gummy bears would probably do it. How many do they recommend?
Like 25.
Go ahead and tell
me. Going there.
25 gummy bears.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually works. So say you get sick, not from eating gummy bears, but from just regular. If you get sick, what should you do? With the program, should you still work out? How long should you rest? What kind of guidelines do you have for people who genuinely are not feeling good or ate an entire bag of gummy bears?
Well, I'll let somebody else take this one, but I have a pretty good follow-up. Anybody?
Depends on how sick you are. I mean, if you're just, sniffle here or there, you got a little cold, I'd say push through and keep that blood flowing, blood pumping, getting the white blood cells all over your body to kill that stuff. I mean, if you're can barely walk and stuff like that, then take a little bit of rest. Make sure that you're eating properly, though. Don't lose the nutrition. Just because you're down and out and you want some comfort food to make you feel better, it's not going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel worse. So make sure that you're getting all your fruits and veggies. Berries are really good, too, whenever you're sick. I found when I got sick one time while I was doing P90X, and I would make a smoothie that had orange juice and blackberries in it. And it sounds kind of gross, but I mean, I was sick where I had a lot of chest congestion, and it actually loosened it all up and allowed me to cough it out. I know it sounds gross, but it worked. I don't know if it was that or what, but every time I would drink a smoothie like that, about 20 minutes later, I was coughing everything out. So it made me feel a lot better. But yeah, make sure that you stay on your nutrition and just, I don't know, you just got to kind of weigh it yourself. How sick are you? You definitely don't want to be puking and trying to push through if you're just a little sick.
My general rule of thumb is that if I'm throwing up or I'm having bathroom problems, which we're not going to get into, that would be the only reason why I would skip workouts. That and maybe a really high fever, but I've worked out with 100-degree fever, and to me it makes me feel better. When I'm sick, I'm achy, and I'm sweaty, but as strange as this may sound, it feels like a dirty kind of sweat because I feel like my body's getting rid of toxins. So what I'll typically do is I'll drink a ton of water or citrus, like Matt was saying, and I'll just blast through it. And honestly, I very rarely get sick, but doing that, it feels like I purge that sickly sweat and I get back into the clean sweat. I feel like I've cleansed my system out a little bit by working out. Another thing that I will say is I eat a metric ton of garlic every day. And I am probably not sick, but once every 2 years. I think a lot of that has to do with how much garlic I eat because it's antibacterial and antimicrobial. It's a white vegetable, and so it has a lot of antioxidants in it, which get rid of toxins that are in your system. The crock pot chicken, I've shared that recipe, I think, with a few people in this call or on this call. I'd be happy to send you to you if I haven't, but I dump a ton of garlic in there, a ton of garlic in the crock pot beans that I make, and they are just great for bolstering your immune system, keeping you healthy. So that's what I would say.
One thing before we get the long answer that I know is coming from would be to pay attention to the modifications. If you are trying to do the workout, PiYo is actually a really great one to do when you're not feeling 100% because you've got so many options for how to do the move. You can go all out if you're having a great day. If it's not such a great day, you can take a look at the modifications and say, hey, I showed up. And just kind of stretch your body out because that is going to feel good if you can just, kind of get your blood moving a little bit, pay a lot of attention to how your body feels when you're doing these motions. And if you feel like you need to stop, child's pose, or just stop. But don't be afraid to do a modified version of it if you're just having a rough day.
Okay, well, I will say that those were some awesome answers, and I agree with all y'all. Basically, you just want to make sure that you're not, if you're sick with a fever, like Jonathan said, rest up. Other than that, you're going to be amazed how, other than the first 2 weeks, maybe when you're just starting to kind of adapt to things, the ability of your body to recover from things is going to be so much better once you start being active. So y'all give me 1 second. I haven't seen my wife in 5 days, and she just got home. So I'll be right back.
Oh, you might want to turn the sound off there, Scott.
I'll keep the video on.
While he's out, we also have a question which ties into staying in shape and staying well, which is, how do you track your food? And for those of you guys who don't know about MyFitnessPal, this is a chance for everyone who is using that to say how you use that and why that's important.
Anybody want to take this one?
Say what?
Huh? I was just asking if anybody wanted to take it.
Go for it, Matt.
Okay. MyFitnessPal, that's how I track mine. That's probably one of the easiest and most effective ways to track it, and that's one of the ways that most everybody knows about. I'll be posting a video probably sometime this week. I can post it as soon as everybody wants it up.
Yeah, awesome.
And it's
pin it up tomorrow, Matt, if you would, please.
Okay, I'll put it up tomorrow. It just kind of goes through the basics of it, not anything real serious. Because if you go into MyFitnessPal and you're not familiar with it, you'll go in there and it'll ask you all these questions about what you want to do, how much activity do you do, all that kind of stuff. And we're not really worried about that. What we're worried about is our macronutrients and our caloric intake for the day. So you can go in there and you can change how many calories that you want per day based on what you want, not what they say you should have. And you can change your ratios of your macronutrients depending on what kind of diet you want to go for. If you want to go for the fat shredder where it's 50% protein, 30% carbs, and 20% fat, you can do that. Or you can change it to a 40-40-20, however you want to do it. And that video will show you guys how to change those. And it's not too long. It might be a little boring because you just hear me talk like this. I think I was a little monotone, but anyways, it's a really good tool. That's what I think probably, I would say 99% of the people who are tracking their nutrition on Beachbody use MyFitnessPal just because it is so easy. And if you have the mobile app, you can use barcodes. They have a barcode scanner and you just boop, scan the barcode and you're done. Put in your servings and it's pretty simple. But yeah, they've made it really simple to track, and it is a little time consuming at times. And if you eat something kind of bad, you don't want to track it, but you need to track it, especially if you're brand new and you don't know what's going on. You've got to track your nutrition. It's the only way that you're going to get great results. Because like we said, 80 to 85%, I think it's 80 to 85% is nutrition. Hands down is where you get your results from. That's it for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. We also had another question about weighing in, taking pictures, all that good stuff. So, Mom, if you are still there, this was your question. We are going to take pictures this week, so if you haven't taken them today, I would recommend that you take them tomorrow. What you want to do, and let me see if I can pull off a little flexy posy action here. Okay, so you would actually be standing. I'm on my knees here. I'm on my knees, baby, I'm on my knees. Okay, but so you would either be standing up straight like this and just kind of looking at the camera with your hands down at your side. You can do another shot where you're flexing like this for the camera.
Bam.
Boom! Like this. Where you're flexing like that. another shot where you basically turn around, you're doing the same thing, so you're doing that, you're doing your arms down at your side, and then another shot where you're standing sideways and you're just kind of turning your body towards the camera. So you can't see all of me, but trust me, I look sexy. And if you take all of these pictures on day 1, on day 30, and on day 60, it serves as a really great baseline for you to look at your progress objectively, because you're going to live in your body every day, and it's going to be hard for you to see small changes. And these photos are going to show you exactly how you're progressing. So we also recommend that you take measurements around your arms, around your chest, around your waist, around your thighs, and around your calves. And we can post all of this stuff up tomorrow on a pinned post so that you see what we want photo-wise. Hey, ninja appearance, you've been photobombed, Scott.
Oh, hey, make sure that you are that your hair is a mess, that you're poking out your stomach, and that you're frowning in your before pictures.
That's the trend. Oh, and you have to have a spray tan in your final shot.
Yeah, you gotta have a spray tan.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're just kidding. So yeah, you're going to be taking pictures. You're going to be hopefully taking measurements, and you're going to be weighing yourself on day 1, on day 30, and on day 60. And at the end of that journey, if you would like to share your results or during your journey, please do so. It's really encouraging to your teammates to see other people really staying with the fight and being consistent and putting themselves out there. There's something magical about it. I can't explain it. Once you do it, you'll know exactly what I mean. But I do encourage you to share all your struggles and everything that you're going through and your journey and all that good stuff. I think that is it for all of the Q&A that we had in the group. So for anyone that wants to stick around, I can basically show you how to set up your calendar. Or if there are any other questions, we can answer them now, and I'll show calendar setup later. So questions? A few seconds to respond.
Hey, John.
Hey!
Scott mentioned a nutritionist, and I didn't write his name down.
Sure. It's I'll put it in the group if you'd like, but his name is Jim, J-I-M. His last name is Stopani, S-T-O, I think it's P-A-N-N-I. There might be 2 P's, but I'll find it for you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Okay, other questions?
Are we to post our starting weight and measurements, or just as we go along?
I would say whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, this group is there's no. If there is negativity, I'll get rid of them. And I know Steven's going to be our ironclad, but we're going to basically ask you to open up and share. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of people that will just kind of want to listen to your story, and everybody has a story. And, you know, if you can post that, you'll be really surprised what other people will post. And I hope you do, but whatever you feel comfortable with.
Agreed. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
And don't miss Flex Friday, which in PiYo, Stretch Friday.
Don't feel like don't feel like you always got to do one of these. You know, that's not the only pose. You know, do a thumb flex, or, you know, like flex your earlobe. You know, have fun with it. You know, it doesn't have to be all serious. You know, you can have fun too. So.
About the only time we're gonna see Matt with a shirt on too.
Yeah. Hey, I could, you know.
Uh-oh. I think you're asking for trouble there, Rick. Anyway.
Why is that, Rick?
What was that?
Why is that the only time we'll see Matt with his shirt off?
I don't know. It's either been hot or he's just finished workout whenever we've had one of these before. And
Yeah.
Every time we see him on video chat, he's got his shirt off. It's like, you know, everybody comes into chat, you know, we've all got our shirts on, then Matt's sitting there and we can't tell if he's, you know, naked as a jaybird or not. And we're like, oh! Hi, Matt!
Then I just start to ease the camera down. Yeah.
No!
So now's a good time to talk about calendar stuff.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I am going to go ahead and do a screen share now. And I'm going to go ahead and flip to that 1 second. Okay. So can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So I am logged into my Beachbody account. I'm going to go ahead and sign out so you see the process from the beginning. If you've never gone to Team Beachbody, you're going to just go to, and what did you say, Jess?
That's fair. I like your bigger to drive.
Oh, thank you. Teambeachbody.com. And mine is automatically logged in because my username and password are saved. So I'm just going to hit sign in. Okay, and I'm going to click on the little workout icon here. All right. And I'm going to go to add a new auto schedule, which is this link down here. Can you all see my cursor moving over it?
Yes.
And just can you mute your audio? Thank you. All right. Okay, yeah, much less reverberation. So add a new auto schedule. And if you have not already added PiYo to your program library, you probably won't see it on here. But if you have, it's going to be down here in the list. I'm going to go ahead and click on this little link here, which is how you add it to your program library. It says add more programs and activities. It's on the right side of the screen. So PiYo is one of the programs in the list. And mine has a check mark in it because I've already done this, but you're going to click on that. And if PiYo is the primary program that you're going to be doing, you can click on this little radio button here and it'll activate that. So once you've done that, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click Save, and PiYo is going to appear on your list of programs. So I'm going to go back to Super Gym, add a new auto schedule. And now we should see the PiYo workout in the list here. Let me scroll down. Oh, I have so many programs now, I need to go to page 2. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 different workout schedules. There's the PiYo strength workout schedule and the PiYo workout schedule. Unless you bought the bonus DVDs, you're not going to do the PiYo strength workout schedule. You're welcome to do that if you did buy the bonus DVDs, but if you didn't, go to the PiYo workout schedule and click View Schedule, that little blue button over there on the side. Okay, so this is where I set the start date. And if you're setting this up today, on the 21st, that's the date that will appear. But if you're not, just click in this little box here, and you're going to see the full calendar that you can select for any start date. Since our group is starting on the 21st, even if you're starting a little bit late, go ahead and select that as your start date. And you'll see it has all these days already lined out. It's going to put these into the calendar. And when I hit auto schedule workouts, it's going to basically drop that onto my calendar. So I'm not going to do that step because it's going to overwrite my calendar. But I'm going to jump back to my calendar and show you how that works. So you'll notice my little calendar here. This is what happens when you go to the Super Gym. And my calendar has these blue dates on it and orange dates. And the orange dates are the dates that I have said, hey, I've done this program, completed my workout. If I want to see what workout I have today, or for example, yesterday I didn't complete that in the system yet. So I'm going to click on that date on the calendar, which was the 20th. And then I am going to click on this completed link and click I did this workout. And then this button pops up to take me back to Super Gym. And I'm done. So I've done my workout for today as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And since this is today, the way that it works is that I click Edit Workout and then click I did this workout. So the nice thing about this calendar is that it just tells you exactly what you're doing on which day, when your rest days are. It gives you a way to track how well you've done in the past. And as an OCD person, I will tell you that seeing those little orange dates on there makes me really, really happy. So I highly recommend using this. It's a way to avoid confusion on which programs you're doing on which days, and it'll keep you accountable. So that's it in a nutshell. Other coaches have anything you want to contribute before we call it a night?
I just want to.
I don't think so.
Okay, I just want to say, just real quick, is these programs are designed and they will work, and don't try to outthink the program.
Yeah.
Do what's on the schedule and try to stay with that schedule, and don't say I'm going to wear a 30-pound vest today, or I'm going to starve myself before I work out, or you laugh, but I get questions about it all the time. People saying I want to do a double workout today or something. Just stick with it. It's only 30 days. You're going to be amazed where you get in 30 days. This program's awesome. I mean, it's well done. I put it up there with, there's a couple of programs that I really recommend, and this is definitely going to be one of them. So stick with it. Encourage others. Motivate others. By encouraging and motivating others, you will find a lot of good karma back your way. And I mean that just because of the way these groups run. So really bring all that you can. And these other guys are some great personalities, and we all have other jobs or other things that we're doing, but this is our passion, and we're not here for anything other than to help you.
Amen.
Cool.
Even you look so good down there, man. I wish I could hear you talk.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rick, Matt, anything else? Jessica, anything else?
I guess I just want to make sure that, if this is your first challenge group, there's a lot of people in here. You don't know them, but all the coaches are here to help you. If you've got questions, definitely post them. But also, we are a big community, and we're here to actually support everyone else. So, our people posting in and stuff, definitely give them a shout out. Tell them they're doing a good job. You don't see someone for a day or two post, it's all right to say, hey, what happened to you? We miss you. Where'd you go? So if everyone's working like that, it gives an added sense of community, and it also allows you to feel more engaged with it. So I really encourage everyone to try and participate daily, at least.
Yeah. And like Scott said before, if we sense any negativity from anyone or any drama of any sort, we will kick you out. Not to be mean or to be hateful. We'll still love you, but we don't want you. We don't need you in this group around these people, these other people that are trying to stay away from the negativity and the drama. I know it sounds kind of mean, we're going to kick you out, but it's really for the benefit of everyone else and for yourself. Just if you do, if that does happen to you, we'll, of course, we'll warn you first and be like, hey, we're sensing a little bit of negativity. You said a few things that you probably shouldn't have said. And we'll let you know. And then if it starts happening again, we're just going to have to say, all right, time for you to get out. Maybe next time you will have matured a little bit and you can come back to another challenge group. But we just want everybody to know that this is all about helping each other, not about trying to bring somebody down or feel like you're better than somebody else. And it's fun. It's okay to have fun, with people and be like, I you know, I did this workout better than you, just kidding around with them. But, you know, if you're serious about it and you're actually trying to compete with these people to be mean about it, there's no place for that here.
And just to kind of go a slightly different track to what Matt said, is if you have struggles, if you are having trouble with something, and you're just not sure, even if you're just having a tough day with it, or if you have injuries or something that happens through the program, bring that into the group, let us know, and we'll try and find a way that we can help you. We've got a lot of people in here that are totally willing to help you get through whatever obstacles you're facing. If that gets, nutrition, if again, injury, sickness, whatever you are having trouble with, bring that in here. We would love to help you because we really want you to succeed with this. And, like they were saying, this is set up so where you can make a change in your life. And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to rethink the program. You don't have to do any crazy amount of effort. You just have to show up and push play. And I would just encourage you to do that. Share your triumphs, share your hard days, and we'll be here with you through the process. Looking forward to it.
My wife's creeping on our call, by the way. She's peeking over the side where she can't be seen.
Hi.
That's my wife, Tasha.
Nice to meet you, Tasha. All right,
Hey, you said it right. Good job.
I'm going to say real quick, just because we can, I know this is going to be recorded and you can just fast forward through me if you need to. But real quick, it's just, when you're planning out your workouts, also make sure you plan it out with your family. That's real key. Some of us work out with our loved ones or people that we care about, but it can get really frustrating for other people if you're trying to do something and you're just kind of doing it behind the scenes and you're not communicating with them what your true intentions are and why you're doing it. We all, when we start a program, I think most of us realize we're doing it for the benefit of our family, but sometimes it can be perceived as selfish. Spending time doing this, whether you do it at your house or a gym, eating differently than you've been eating the last however long you've been around them and their habits. They can see that as kind of subconsciously threatening to their own perceptions of what is fit and what is correct. And it can really strike a nerve with some people. And what kind of Matt was getting into, sometimes you'll get that negativity from your own friends and family. And it's important that you don't act negative towards them, but better that you just communicate that, hey, you're trying to do this. You're doing it with a group. This is the reason you're doing it, for whatever reason. And it took a while for people to understand that when I was going through it. And I just hope that a little tidbit right there kind of helps you prevent some maybe future struggles. Because around week 2 or week 3, your people aren't going to see your results necessarily. You're going to be feeling your results. And people are always going to be, kind of looking over. And then, if you do make it to 60 days or 90 days, they're going to ask you what the heck you're doing, in a right way. But just kind of make sure that you keep that in mind.
Good point. Good point, Scott.
And something you might consider, like you were saying, not everyone's going to understand. Not everyone's going to have the same goals as you are, or like, what is this guy doing? He's eating all weird. They're doing these workouts. What is up with this? But if you tell your family and you let them get on board with you, they might be some of your best cheerleaders too. You might have something where they may be looking to make a change themselves and they get to take the journey with you. And if nothing else, then you have at least a chance of them understanding a little more and just letting them know, hey, I'm really trying to do something to improve my life and be a better dad, a better brother, a better, spouse for you. And I'm going to need your help with this. And let them do that up front so that they are part of your journey instead of going against you on it.
This is my mini me. Say hi.
Hi.
We don't look alike, do we?
No.
Oh boy.
Wow. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. It's been an awesome call. I'll be posting this up on the group tomorrow. And we will probably do another call here in about a month, just to check in with everybody that's stayed consistent and kind of celebrate that we've all made it a month together and all that good stuff. But until then, check in with the group. Ask your coach if you have any questions on fitness, nutrition, setting up your calendar, MyFitnessPal, any of that stuff, and we will see you in the group.
Hey, thanks to everybody
Thank you
for
all.
the encouragement.
Thank you all
David
for
says
coming.
thank you. Later, guys.
See you later. Oh, come on. Quick. Here, say hi.
Oh, no.
Oh, hi.
See, everybody said hi to you. Say bye-bye.
Hey, bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Oh,
All
Bye.
right. Night, guys.
Good night.